We are back at Homewood High School. Back end of a doubleheader. Girls took care of business. The boys trying to do the same. Kurt Bloom, Chet Walker, John Lunsford. Hardin for the Patriots will jump against Benefield. Homewood back to their original 5 starters. Carson, Vincent, Hardin, DeCoudris, and Vale. And Homewood wins the tip. It's Vale who comes up with it. Almost a turnover. It is a turnover before things even begin. Isaiah McLean with the steal.
Yeah, that's exactly how the last game started, with a turnover on our first offensive possession. Got to limit our turnovers tonight to have a chance. We had 19 in game 1.
Baseline pass tipped off the hands of Benefield. So we took 27 seconds off the clock. We're right back where we started, Coach. No scoring, 2 turnovers.
You know, that was what hurt. We had 19 turnovers. They turned it over 13 times. They'll highly guard us, really trying to deny the ball. This is a chance where they'll overplay, and then Caleb's got to finish.
You watch the tape. Is it mostly a man for Minor?
Yeah, most of the time they'll play man-to-man defense and just figure their guy's better than your guy and try to take away. They have long length. Benefield 6'6".
Nice feed by Carson, but a whistle on the cut.
Foul is called on number 0, Carlos Fuller. That is
Fuller. Must have been holding from behind, maybe grabbed a jersey. No reason for that foul. Patriots for their out-of-bounds play. Daniel Vincent. Shot might have been deflected. Vincent didn't play in the last game against J.O. Chetty looks to be healthy and ready to go tonight.
Yeah, the coach has said he's full speed tonight. Feels a lot better.
1 minute gone by. Fuller will have the ball in his hands a lot. Inside, Benefield goes outside. Back into Benefield, who has 2.
Basket by number 13, Kenneth Benefield.
And you'll notice Benefield, the length. You've seen all the area now. There's not a team that's more physical looking than this team that we're playing tonight.
Good ball movement by the Tigers. Lead to a 2-0 lead. No time to be stagnant. Here's Vale for 3, in and out. Then Benefield was about as high as the gym roof there to get that rebound.
Yeah, 6'6" wingspan with about a 6'10" wingspan.
Foul is charged to number 1, Caleb Carson, his first, team first.
Caleb Carson whistled for the foul. Royan Spears with the basketball.
You notice we've gone to zone to try to protect the rim. Spears just gashed us last time. He could go to the rim against anybody.
Chet, now you know this, when you go zone, you have a tendency to give up rebounds.
Yeah, it's hard to box out in those situations.
That leads to a missed shot by the Tigers. Vale ahead to DeCoudris. Vale. And now Homewood will set up.
Look how tight they're playing Jace Harden. He was 4 for 6 from the three-point line. They are guarding him tight tonight.
And they're not going to let Caleb get a lot of space either. Carson does get loose for 3+1.
Three-ball is good, number 1, Caleb Carson.
They were so tight on him, but he still was able to elevate, get the shot, knock the 3, and now we have a chance for a 4-point play.
Checking into the Homewood lineup, number 3, David Walden, and number 23, Cam Foster.
Now, I'll say in game 1, they started out 9-3, so they won't fold. They're going to keep coming, but that's a great start for Homewood here.
Carson with the 4-point play. By the way, Elijah Garrison has already made a couple of subs. I think he's going to try to use his numbers tonight and wear down Minor.
Yeah, I agree. That's why you saw the token press there.
A three from the wing.
Three-point basket, number
Spears.
10, Royan Spears.
Spears is as good a looking player in the area.
Spin move missed by Foster at good position. Tigers by one. 4:45 remaining.
Those are the kind of looks we got to finish. We
Yes.
talked in the pregame.
Three-pointer, no good. DeCudris rebound. Walden. See if his speed makes a difference. Foster almost out of bounds. Coach, what was that stat you showed me about Homewood missing from inside in the first game?
Yeah, in game one, we were 3 for 12. Game one, we were 3 for 12 inside of 3 feet. And that was one of the keys tonight. We have got to finish at the rim. We're already 0 for 3.
DeCudris was sitting in the paint, missed about a 10-footer. Empty possession for the Patriots.
Now, necessarily, they're not a great three-point shooting team.
Block foul on Homewood.
But with that, they've been hot. Parker, they hit 57% of their three-pointers the other night. They hit 56% against us. So they've been on a hot streak. You know, Coach Garrison's not counting on that. He's going to play normal defense, try to make them work the ball.
Carmelo Burrows leading the Tigers in scoring.
Checking in for Homewood, number 12,
15
Chase
points
Martin,
per game.
along with number 25, James Kellen.
An outstanding season for Burrows, 15-8 so far this year. The 6'3" senior.
Yeah, most of these guys are at least committed to some college or junior college. Excellent roster for minor.
1 out of 2. 2 for the tie, 3 to take the lead. It'll be Walden bringing the ball up. 3 out of 12 from inside, I think you told me in the pregame.
Correct.
3 feet.
Yeah, and we're already, I think, 0 for 4 inside. We've got to change that stat and finish against their size or get fouls.
Caleb fouled from behind. Well, he's got that jump step, that cut.
Foul is
That's
charged to
just
number 10, Royan Spears.
unstoppable.
His first team foul, number 3.
You look at
with
his
a foul.
calves, his legs, he can elevate, and that's why he's at the free throw line. You know, where some of the other guys are just not finishing strong.
Carson now with all 5
Checking back into the
Homewood
Homewood
points.
lineup, number 10, Daniel Vincent.
Vincent in, Foster out. Next free throw for the tie. Coach, you always hear me talk about the higher the score, the better for such and such. The lower the score, the better. Do you have a feel for this game? If it's higher scoring, who would have the advantage? If it's a lower scoring game, who you think would have the advantage?
I honestly think lower minor because they have the size, the rebound.
3-point basket, number 0, Carlos.
We like to run, get out and shoot threes. We really need to get our possessions. You know, so I feel like a faster paced game because we're just so much smaller than them at every position.
Walden got hit, no foul. Wide open shot and a missed 3 by Kellen, who played so well against Jackson Olin.
Yeah, he had a nice 8 points for us and a lot of rebounds in that game.
Well, the two teams, back to my point, the two teams average in the mid-60s. Second chance, get a foul. So Carmelo Burrows averaging 8 rebounds a game.
Foul is called on number 3, David Walden, his first team
Foul on
number 3.
Walden.
At the line,
You know,
shooting 2 for
minor,
number 3,
really at each
Carmelo
position,
Burrows.
you've got the advantage other than with Caleb, and then they're going to have guys coming at them. I think we do have to use our bench. Batson's got to come in. He had a nice night with 8 points the other night because they can slow it down and work it in, but then they can also run.
Burrows
Checking back into the Homewood lineup
with his
number
second
5,
point.
Josiah Batson.
Batson in for the Patriots. Walden is out.
Spears, when I was watching the tape, I loved him, because he makes other guys better. A lot of the three-pointers come off of his assists because he's unselfish.
Burrows has all 3 of his points from the free throw line. Tigers by 5. Backdoor cut, and then Carson said it's not there. Here's a 3 from the corner.
That's been our black hole. I was looking at shot chart. We've been really shooting a low percentage in the corner. Our best shots are the wings and the top of the key. You've seen it because we keep shooting air balls and bad shots from there.
3-pointer for the Tigers.
3-point basket number 3, Carmelo Burrows.
They've got some shooters on their team. That is a basket taken off on an offensive foul.
Player control foul call on number 10, Daniel Vinson, his first.
Yeah,
team
Burrows.
point.
You got McLean, number 2. He has over 1,000 career points, and that's a pretty good high school milestone.
Along with number 23, Cam
You can just go down the lineup, and they have guys that can put it in the basket.
Minor overall 16-5, 3-0 in the region. The Tigers also come in, Chet, with a 5-game winning streak. From the corner, no. Batson gets the rebound, or Vail rather. Whistle. Foster got fouled.
I think that's Vail's third defensive rebound, and that's where the guard, if you're zone or man, those guards have got to come in here against this bigger size and help us rebound tonight.
Check Kem Foster, because of his size, and he's been playing well, he is getting some early playing time, and we'll make sure that we say it the correct way. He's earning some early playing time,
yes.
Earning the trust. Here's Batson, he's misses. Here's Foster on the offensive rebound. Keeps this alive for Vail, who misses a 3. And then Battenfield out of the pack with a rebound. So Homewood had a pair of 3s. Both of them hit the iron. And that'll be a turnover off of Spears.
Yeah, Benefield didn't even have to jump for that rebound. He just stuck his long arms up. And, the other guys just had to watch because his size, 6'6".
He really didn't need position.
Yeah.
He already had it.
Yeah.
You're 3 or 4 inches taller than the guy next to you. You have position from birth. Under a minute remaining. The Patriots are down by 8.
You notice how close they're guarding him. They're not going to give him much room.
Backdoor cut. Carson keeps it alive. Vail off of... let's see, which way is it going? Is it off of Vail, off of the Tigers? Off of Minor. He got the entire shot clock to shoot. 24 seconds remaining in the quarter. Nice move, but there's one of those 3-footers.
0 for 5 now inside 3.
Missed by Vincent. Homewood trying to get a steal in the front court. And I believe they got a timeout.
Will keep it with the Tigers.
Minor gets a timeout with 2.5 seconds.
For Homewood, number 3, David Walden.
You see the size, and sometimes you overthink it when you're shooting down there, trying to throw it too hard off the glass. Caleb went up there strong, got fouled, and you just got to try to draw contact, and you got to finish those.
8 seconds remaining. 3 from the corner, got it.
3 ball is good.
Spears.
Royan Spears.
And that will close out the first quarter. So Minor coming into Homewood. Scores 17 points in the first quarter. This is boys basketball you're watching on the Homewood Athletics YouTube page.
Friday Night Lights, hometown pride, and a win on the field deserve a great place to celebrate. Whether you're craving burgers and beers at SoHo Social, steaks and whiskey flights at SoHo Standard, or tacos and margaritas at Social Taco, we've got something for everyone. 3 spots, 1 community, all in the heart of Homewood. So grab your friends, bring the family, and make tonight a win at SoHo Social, SoHo Standard, and Social Taco.
After one, Minor leading at Homewood 17-6. Coach Chet Walker, when you look at that 6, you got to realize only 1 Patriot scored in that quarter.
Yeah, and it's Caleb Carson. You know, the last game he had 22. He came out, did his job. He was 4 for 7 from the 3. That's a good 6 points the way they guarded him. There's another Patriot over there, 2 or 3, that got to join him on this parade or it's going to get out of hand early.
That's right.
You know, speed of the game, you cannot simulate them in practice. You know, no matter what and how good our JV, you can't simulate the defensive pressure. And we've got to do a better job of finishing at the hole. We were 0 for 5 that quarter at the hole.
3-guard offense right now with Vale, Carson, and Walden.
Just out of sorts right now on offense with their defensive pressure.
7:35 remaining second quarter. I'm going to take back one little misstatement I made. There is no shot clock in the boys' game in the area play. So what I said earlier, the shot clock matched the game clock, but it's in area play, you don't have a shot clock.
Need to find Jace Harden a shot.
DeCodris gets it stripped. Carson, reverse layup.
Caleb Carson.
Well, the good news is he has 8, but the bad news is he has all 8 points.
Nice finish at the glass to give us a bucket inside 3 feet. I'm sure the coaching staff had the dummies and just hit them ad nauseum trying to get them to finish versus pressure.
Eddie Kennedy's UAB team, they do that daily. It's a fun drill to watch if you're just a fan. You get this, big, what is it, vinyl, like a huge pillow, and then as the guys go in, usually it's the assistant coaches or team managers, they just whack the shooter as hard as they can.
It was even better fun as the coach because we had to do that as coaches here.
Carson launches a 3 from straight on. The crowd thought he was fouled. Harden trying to defend.
And this is where Spears was really good game 1, attacking and trying to set up his other teammates.
Harden trying to stay wide on defense. Minor. Taylor. Jump shot. I heard a whistle. It won't count. It's an offensive foul.
Yeah, that's a good call. He came off. They ran weave offense. Kind of like what Bucky McMillan sometimes would run. You get the weave going. He attacked, shot it off the glass, but he led with his right arm before he went up. Nice call by the official. You don't always see that one, CB.
Homewood will take a timeout.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
It will be a 30-second timeout. 17-8. As Minor, with that 5-game winning streak, shooting well. And Homewood having the same problems, Chet, that they did at Minor, that's inside about a 3-4 foot diameter. Shots that got to go in, but they haven't.
Yeah, you saw how Caleb can kind of contort his body with his leg strength and get it. The other guys are just kind of shooting it flat. Somebody out here does. Jace Harden, if he can get a couple of just pump fake, they know he wants to shoot the 3 and they're guarding him tight. If we could just get it, pump fake, and maybe he can drive the baseline and finish with his 6'5" body.
Harden, like most three-point shooters, needs that momentum, needs that first one to fall, and then he can go on a roll. But sometimes, especially when you play with Caleb Carson, Harden really has to generate his own offense.
Yeah, you're right. And there we tried to force it to Caleb on a face cut down the lane. Get the turnover there. Token 1-2-2 press here. They do a good job getting it to the middle.
5.5 to go, second quarter. Missed three by the Tigers. Homewood with the rebound. Look at Walden fighting, keeping it alive. Now Carson. Carson, the fake, the shot. No good. Rebounded by Sales.
Spears, for a guy his size, really handles the ball well.
6'4", 185. Carmelo Burrows, and then back to the point. McLean. Pop out for a three. Short. Nice job by Kellen on a box out. All alone. Harden with the dunk.
There we go. And somebody else is joining the parade. And Caleb got the kick out. And that was a great block box out by Kellen to start the break.
This will be a full timeout.
Minor will take a full. Will take a full. The Tigers up by 7 here in the second quarter. You're watching Homewood basketball on the Homewood Athletics YouTube page.
Here in Homewood, we know what it takes to win. Hard work, dedication, and the support of a community that cares. That's why the Homewood Athletic Foundation exists, to go beyond the standard budget to give our athletes the tools they need to succeed. We've invested over $260,000 in grants for technology, travel, and coaching development. The biggest way we do this is the HAF Club, where the majority of every membership goes right back to our athletes. Join today at homewoodaf.org and be a part of every victory.
One-handed flush by Jace Harden, giving the Homewood Patriots a 7-point deficit. Lemoyne Taylor, and now Isaiah McLean.
Are now in a 1-2-2 half-court zone. They're pulling it out and taking their time.
We got, what, Foster at the top of the zone.
Yes. I like that because he does have size, because they do like to shoot threes up top.
And as we have seen most of the year, Caleb Carson, your shooting guard, is at the bottom of that zone defensively. And that's because he can jump through the gym.
He can jump, and that's where you talked about earlier. The zone is hard to rebound sometimes.
Yep.
He tried his best, but he was just outsized there.
Well, Benefield is the closest offensive player. There's Carson, and he's going to commit a foul. He got in the air.
Foul is called on number 1.
That's
Caleb
his
Carson,
second.
his second, team first. At the line, shooting 2 for minor, number 10, Royan Spears.
He's got to play smart for this 3:41 here, because we can't afford for him to be out of the game.
Royan Spears has a pair of threes in this game, and now he has his first free throw.
Checking back in for Homewood, number 2, Drew Vale.
Well, on cue, Coach, Caleb Carson does take a seat, making sure he does not get that third foul. If you can keep this within single digits, you might keep him on the bench. That's just a guess.
Yeah.
2 free throws for Spears, who has a strong half. He's got 8 points.
Vale's had 2 or 3 good looks. We need him to get open here and knock down a shot for us.
Kellen. All right, here's an open shot. No, Vincent didn't take it. Passed it down. Found Kellen underneath. He's fouled. from behind by Benefield.
Good job by him, but using his
Foul is
hips,
called
his
on
butt,
number
he
13,
kind of got in
Kevin
there where he was
Benefield,
had to be
his first,
fouled.
team third.
Used his body there to get.
At the line shooting
And that's
two
what
for
they've got to
Homewood,
do.
number 25,
You saw
James
it was like a
Kelly.
mass of humanity, but he got his body to get hit and gets to the line for two.
Kellen is a 6'3" senior.
He's a 48% free throw shooter, but he started out 0 for his first 6. That's kind of hurt his percentage. He's really got a better looking
Back
stroke
in
than
for
that.
Homewood, number 11, Hayes DeCoudris.
Kellen will sit for DeCoudris.
DeCoudris would be somebody we'd like to kind of heat up here and get a few points while Carson's out.
We'll hit the 3-minute mark in 6 seconds. Minor leads by 8. I like the way McLean plays, by the way. Very sure of himself as the point. 5'10" senior. McLean ball fakes. No panic in his game.
No.
Bounce pass. It comes back out. Back in. Turnaround. Got it. What a smooth shot, Burrows.
That's about a 6-inch difference, and he just elevated and hit a just easy little 7-foot jump shot.
Now a 10-point lead for Minor. Homewood only 11 points with 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Vale. Got it.
Rebound is
Three.
good, number 10, Daniel Vincent.
Vincent's the one that's got to step up there. They're giving him that shot. He's got to, he passed it up over here to drive into nothing. He's got to just step up and hit it as a senior.
Lead back down to 7. Minor. A little bit too early to play for one. 1:38 remaining. But we just saw on the last possession by the Tigers, must have been about a 45-second possession that wound up with a fadeaway turnaround jump shot.
This plays for us. Look who's on the bench for us. Caleb Carson. They're just letting him rest, and they're not attacking us. I would try to attack the whole score and then put full court pressure and force Dale and Vincent to try to break the press.
At 1:05 remaining, I'm just not convinced that Minor's going to get the whole clock to 0. Milk it all the way. Homewood staying in there. Looks like a, what did you call it, a 1-2-2?
Yeah, it's a 1-2-2. We're a little slow getting to the wing because we just don't run it real often because, when you're doing the zone, you have to anticipate. Like when Kennedy at UAB does that 1-3-1, you have to anticipate that pass, the diagonal pass that sometimes gets it.
Yeah, if you're Homewood and they don't shoot or they don't score, you're only down by 7.
Yeah,
and you haven't played that well, and you got Carson on the bench getting a rest. Interesting strategy. I didn't think that they would go the whole way. They'll look for a shot at some point. We're at 21 seconds.
This played right into us, CB, because Caleb got to rest a minute and 45 seconds.
There they go. Back to the guy who started the offense, and they draw a foul after that long possession. Vincent on the foul,
Foul is on number 10,
but it's only the team's
Daniel Vincent,
second.
team
So
second.
non-shooting,
Number 12, Jace Harden, number 30, Davis Lee, and
9.8
Homewood.
seconds remaining.
Into the minor lineup, number 23, Kamari Bell.
That's a good foul, and we still have a couple more to give.
What do you think of that strategy?
I thought they coached a good game doing what they did, but I thought slowing it down there, letting us, we're in foul trouble with Caleb over there with 2. Can't pick up 3, and they let us they ran the clock for us.
McLean off-balance shot won't fall. Homewood has time, 5 seconds to go. Front court Harden, step back into a 3, no good.
That's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen, your score.
So that'll close out
21
the first half. Minor
and Homewood 14.
21, Homewood 14. We'll take a timeout. Halftime activities will commence You're watching the Homewood boys basketball on the Homewood Athletics YouTube page. We're back at halftime. Third quarter will begin in about a minute or so. 21-14. Kurt Bloom and Chet Walker. Minor comes into the Homewood gym and surrenders only 14 points to a team that averages 62. Now, the question for you is that good defense or bad offense?
They have had good perimeter defense, and they've done a good job when we beat them to the hole of closing the gap and putting pressure on our two-point shooters. So I'll say pretty good defense. I think they could be better, but when you have Benefield to bail you out at 6'6" down low, McLean can jump, Burrows, they all have size. It's just, we were 0 for our first 5 from 2 feet.
You also had the stat about Homewood struggling inside a 3-foot circle at Minor. Unfortunately, they caught that disease again in this game.
Kellen got to the free throw line. Caleb did. I think them running the clock there, letting Caleb rest those 2 fouls, because it's hard to play with him on the bench. That helped us out, but we have got to come out and hit some threes here and then try to get to the free throw line. We're not putting much pressure on them to guard us down low. DeCoudris had 0 points, I believe, that half, and he had 11 in the first game.
Carson had 8, Vincent had 3, Harden 2, Kellen 1. That was Benefield up top, big center. It's Fuller. Oh, what a rebound. Offensive rebound by Spears.
Number 10, Royan Spears.
Great athleticism, quick jump. Now a 9-point lead.
He honestly could score more than 10.5 a game. He's unselfish.
Good cut by Carson.
Number 1, Caleb.
So Caleb answers. Now, Homewood needs to get some stops.
That's something to watch. Caleb kind of rolled his ankle there, so he's kind of hobbling. Hopefully he can walk it off.
No, he's looking down at his
right ankle rolled
foot,
on him.
Down low, Benefield, back out.
Coach Garrison said he was going to try to throw some different defenses out since they scored, at will on us last game to try to kind of slow them down offensively.
Harden on McLean. McLean, two-handed pass across. Burrows. And now top of the key, that's Spears. Vincent defending.
This team was 21-8 last year, and they brought most of these guys back, so you can kind of tell they know where the guys are going to be. They play with a little intuition.
Handoff to McLean. McLean off-balance jumper, nothing. No foul, just a missed air ball.
McLean is the one of those guys that gets a little antsy sometimes and will throw up a shot. Typically Burrows and Spears do not as much.
Chance for Vail to penetrate, turn around, lifts it up in the air, a little too strong off the left part of the rim, then the right part, didn't get the bounce, and then a big turnover by Minor gives it right back to Homewood.
Big help there. Just they had no reason to need to do that, and that helps us. 23-16, get a good offensive set here.
Homewood a -7 on the scoreboard, but they do have possession. Vail's got the left side, and they collapse on him very well. That left side was open, and before he knew it, 3 guys were on him. So it's a miss. Three-pointer. Got it. Fuller.
Basket number 0, Carlos Fuller.
Yeah, you saw what I saw.
He hit 2. Yeah, I saw the alley-oop.
12, Jace Harden.
All right, that was an easy layup on transition right there. Jace got out and ran.
And now Minor. I believe I heard the whistle for offensive. It is.
Player control.
It's on Benefield, his second.
Player control call.
In the
number
college
13.
game, he might have been a little
Cam
close to
Benefield,
the goal, but
second
that's
team
not in
foul.
high school, and he got there, got his feet set, and the
David
Cougars
Walden
drew
and
the
James
charge.
Killen
Yeah, it might have been
to the
a
Homewood lineup.
blocking foul over at Minor High as well. Under 5 minutes remaining, quarter three. Homewood trying to get closer. Bad pass deflected. Here come the Tigers. In and out of the hands, received by McLean. McLean to the rack. Blocking foul.
Foul is charged to number 1, Caleb Carson, his third, team foul number 1.
That's a significant foul because
Checking back
it's
into the Homewood lineup,
the
number
third
2,
on Caleb,
Drew
who has
Vail.
to take a seat.
They baited us into the turnover there because they were waiting for, we run that post player to the elbow every time, and they anticipated it, jumped the pass, and got the
Number
turnover.
2, Isaiah McLean shoots 2 for the Tigers.
McLean. I didn't get a chance to say it, but a guy who averages 14 points per game, that surprisingly is his first point of the game. And this is for a 10-point lead. Walden using his speed, but a dangerous pass. Couldn't get it to Kellen.
It's a dangerous part of the game, too, with your best player on the bench and 4:25 left and down by 9. We've got to start putting together some stops.
Margin was 7 at half. Could go up to 11 or even 12. Fuller will back it up. McLean against Harden. Here is a three-pointer off the rim, no good by Fuller.
That's the three-pointer we'd rather
Fouls on
them
number 13,
shoot.
Kieran Benefield, his
Really
third,
wasn't in
team
rhythm, and he's not one of their
Checking back
best
into the
three-point
Patriot
shooters.
lineup, number 23, Cam Foster.
Foster back in.
And for minor, number 1, Ramon Taylor.
These are crucial minutes for Foster as a sophomore, kind of like with our girls team. When you're younger, learning under pressure moments, all this can do is help his game in the future for the Patriots.
Walden almost got pickpocketed.
He gives up almost 5 inches on his defensive matchup, and then on offense, he just reaches around without a foul, almost got the steal.
Caleb Carson.
Caleb's back in. Carson, by the way, had 22 in the first matchup. Whistle before the pass.
Foul is on number 1, Ramon Taylor, his second, team foul number
Ramon
3.
Taylor.
Checking back into the Homewood lineup, number 12, Chase Harden.
3 fouls in the third quarter for the Purple Tigers. Foster. Here's Harden for 3. Rebounded. Caleb Carson. Another 3. In out. 2 good looks. At least that first one was a really good look.
Yes,
Second one, we might have been a little
shaded from.
The overflow crowd. Little curl pass to McLean. McLean fade away, and he draws the foul. I didn't think he was going to hit that shot, but he bails out by a foul.
Foul is charged
Yeah,
to
that's a
number
tough
2.
foul.
Drew Vail,
Fade
his
away.
second,
That's a bad
team
shot. And like I said, he's the one that'll force it a little bit. He hadn't scored tonight. He averages 13.6. Sometimes that can get in a player's head, and
Number 2, Isaiah McLean.
he forced a shot, and we pushed him. Shoots 2.
McLean, that's only his second point. He had 16 against Homewood in the first game, January 6th. This Minor team also, don't discount the fact they are a very good free throw shooting team. And that might separate them near the, come tournament time, area tournament. Here's Carson, second chance. Line drive, so he didn't get it. Off the miss from Harden's three. Dangerous part in the game, Chet, as you like to say, and I agree with you. Here's McClain. Three for Minor didn't go. The Miners up by 11, and they had possession. Vale keeps it alive for Harden. Harden running one-hander.
I was saying Elijah was going to get a timeout. That's what Jason, he went in the air. They're taking away that. Get to the hole with that 6x5 frame. Somebody's got to join the party here.
Minor by 9, 2:09. Third quarter. And again, Homewood averaging 62 and held to just 20.
Yeah, that's why when you asked which way could they win, I thought you get a slow pace against a bigger team. Jay's got a great layup on right after they hit a bucket, we scored two. We have got to either score as quick as we can before they get back, or Jason's got to start pump fake, and we need him to come up with about 10 points, 10 to 15 points here the rest of this game.
Including the Vestavia game that you and I did here. I think Miners played the best 3 quarters of defense against this Homewood club that we've seen, Chet. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. The physical nature of their defense, the size, and it is pretty much one shot and done.
Very unselfish with their ball movement as well. And you said it. These are guys that have played together. Fuller, foul off ball, possibly Walden.
Yeah, I like the unselfish nature. There's a reason, they've won a lot of games this year. Really the only city school they've lost to was Winona, 78-76, and Winona's 16-4. They've played good competition and held their own.
Plus the 5-game winning streak.
Yes.
Burrows inside, rolled in by Ramon Taylor.
That was a tough mismatch there. Burrows was able to get to the rack and dump it off for an easy 2.
3-point basket number 10, Daniel Vincent.
Vincent cans the 3. His second.
We said he needed to step up. Nice shot there.
Buck 18 remaining. Homewood got to keep this in single digits. Single digits. They go back into a zone. McClain and Walden didn't bite on any of those jump steps, and that one's thrown into the back of the gym.
Checking back in for Homewood, number 12.
All right, Elijah Garrison there. That was kind of, I always call it Penny Hardaway there. And then he said go trap, and they trapped him, and he turned it over. Got a chance to cut it to 6.
Possibly 5. Caleb in the paint, out. 3 for Harden. Front of the rim, rebound. Caleb puts the ball on the floor. Harden deflected, but here comes an open opportunity. Reverse miss, second chance miss, and now it goes back to Minor. This is Fuller. Missed opportunity there. 30 seconds left to go. Spears. Harden will defend. 20 seconds to go. And Harden charged with a touch foul.
Foul on number 12, Jace Harden, his first, team foul number 4.
Great crowd here tonight, CB. They've really helped keep us in the game emotionally, because it's been a tough game when things aren't going your way as a player. And Jace hadn't hit many shots from the 3-point line, but he's still playing hard defensively.
Minor by 8 plus possession. Step back, now the 3.
3-point basket number 10, Boyan
Spears, an 11-point lead, and that's where it's going to stand at the end of 3. Minor 34. Homewood 23. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter. You're with us all evening long on the Homewood Athletics YouTube page. Walker, you were part of the 2016 state championship team that was honored here at halftime. And lining them up, I didn't see a guy that was bigger than about 6'2", if that. So what was the secret sauce that year?
We did have Trey Jemison that was 6'10".
Oh,
He's playing for the New York Knicks. So he was
busy
a
at the
sophomore.
Garden. Okay, you got.
So he was a reserve coming in off the bench.
No, he wasn't.
He was a sophomore.
Carson for two.
Basketball number 1, Caleb Carson.
But sometimes, he played a lot of minutes, and his size as a rim protector helped. And then one of the other guys that was 6'1", 6'2", was tougher than nails. I'm telling you, he was one of the best post players with his body. And they were just a tough group, and they all like to rebound. Great defense by Walden right there. But, that team, we weren't big, but it was a really athletic group. They went 27-0 as their freshman year. JV year went undefeated. And then when we had them for the 2 years, we went to the Final Four, lost to Lee by 3, and then took it to the house the next year.
They obviously developed, and I think the girls' team here certainly has a chance to emulate something like that, and the boys' team.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. That team that beat the 3A state champ, the 1A state champ, the 5A state champ, and then we were the 5A state champ. So it was amazing what those kids accomplished. All of them looked so good still, and we had a little thing in the cafeteria during the second half of the girls' game. It was fun to get to see everybody.
Daniel Vincent, who missed the last game against Jackson Hole, now has 7.
Minor lineup number 13, Kenneth Benefield.
It's only 10 years ago. With a very youthful-looking Chet Walker in that picture. The fountain of youth. Well, the Patriots have gotten it down to 7. It's a mini 4-0 run.
Defense is picked up here. Intensity, the crowd's in it.
Here's Spears, hands it off, leads to 2.
We gambled for the trap up top. He split the trap and had an easy dump off to Spears.
Benefield only has 4. Yeah, but Benefield's defense and rebounding has made up for his lack of scoring.
Timeout on the floor taken by Homewood.
Homewood takes a timeout. We'll keep things here. Benefield, by the way.
This will be a full timeout.
Now they'll take a full timeout. We'll take it. I guess we will. 6:36 remaining. And Homewood trails at home. 36-27 to the league-leading Tigers. You're watching us on the Homewood Athletics YouTube page.
Friday night lights, hometown pride, and a win on the field deserve a great place to celebrate. Whether you're craving burgers and beers at SoHo Social, steaks and whiskey flights at SoHo Standard, or tacos and margaritas at Social Taco, we've got something for everyone. 3 spots, 1 community, all in the heart of Homewood. So grab your friends, bring the family, and make tonight a win at SoHo Social, SoHo Standard, and Social Taco.
.636 remaining. Homewood trails at home by 9 with the ball in the hands of Caleb Carson. Spin move to the rack, draws a foul.
Nice head fake there to his left, then he went right. Spears hit him on the arm, giving him 2. This big free throws here. Can get a chance to get it as close as we've been in a long while.
Which is 7. First one is good.
Checking in for Homewood number 5.
Carson is a 77% free throw shooter. Ice. Lead down to 7, but the Tigers in possession with 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Burrows the drive right into traffic. Stolen. That was Fuller, rather. Stolen by DeCudris. Carson trying to go downhill. Hayes for 3. Got it!
There's the three-pointer I was talking about. He's 3 for 22 on the year. Now he's 4 for 23. Biggest 3 of the year for him.
4-point deficit. Quick timeout.
Me and John Lunsford were talking about that. It's like, wow, please don't shoot any threes tonight. I'm talking about he's shooting 14%, and then you knew he was going to hit that when he shot it. We cursed him into that one, John.
Well, you know what happens. That's the one where everybody on the bench is going, no, 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 good shot.
All right,
Wow,
4 points.
4 points. Homewood scored only 6 points in the first quarter. You mentioned that the second quarter was the first quarter that Homewood has beaten Minor this year.
Yeah, every quarter they've ended up winning it until the 8-4 second quarter.
Steele, Foster with the basket.
Press giving them problems right now. We're in a full court running trap.
Homewood down by a deuce with 5:40 remaining. Walden chasing. Spears finding Benefield. He misses. And DeCudris with the rebound. Here's Foster. Head fake. Shot. Score. Tie.
There's our puppy right there. Sophomore. 2 big shots in a row to tie the game.
36 apiece. Homewood was down by 11. 5:10 remaining. Walden with the steal. Walden's got help. And a foul as Batson was all alone.
Time for Coach Hill to get a timeout. His guys are out of sorts. You notice they went away from passing.
Foul call number 10, Roy.
Spears has lost his temper, about to rip his shirt off.
At the line, shooting 2 for Homewood number 5, Josiah Batson.
That's where the crowd helps you a little bit, get a little bit of momentum, and then they're not handling the adversity right now.
Batson has not scored yet.
Checking in for Homewood, number 25, James Keller.
Josiah Batson, 5'9", 165 junior. And he'll go 1 for 2. 1 point lead, full court press. Batson trying to D up. Front court for the Tigers. McLean. Jump step. And he draws a whistle.
Foul is on number 25,
And a foul.
James Killen, his first.
You
team
notice the
first.
change in their team. For 3.5 quarters, they shared
At the
it.
line, shooting
They
two
were
for Minor, number
intuition
2,
on who was doing what, and now it's I'm going to take this and try to win the game. Playing right into our hands.
McLean ties the game up. Well, it doesn't matter what the sport is, but we call it
Back
hero
in for
ball.
Homewood, number 1, Caleb Carson. And number 12, Chase Harden.
Two starters back on the floor for the Patriots.
That's Cam Foster's best segment there of the year.
McLean will try to break the tie. And he does. What a perfect free throw.
Timeout on the floor taken by Minor. This
Minor
will be a 30-second
with a
timeout.
30-second timeout. Well, a good comeback by the Patriots, down by 11 and now down by 1. Took a brief lead. Both Caleb Carson and Chase Harden got a much-needed rest.
You know, it was nice to see that run happen because of the pressure defense. It's kind of funny because sometimes you think, oh, Minor can handle this because they got good ball handlers. It's hard to split dribbles, especially in the fourth quarter when you're maybe a little tireder. He hadn't subbed a whole lot. You know, those pretty much same 5 or 6 guys that played, and we're starting to wear on them a little bit. Unbelievable run here in this 3-minute segment. 4:51 left, CB. This is big, and this is fun. This is fun to hear this crowd.
I was trying to count. Minor has used either 6 or 7 players. They have not used C.J. Sales, and he was listed. He started last game. Here's Harden. Pats down by 1. Backdoor cut. Carson.
What a pass by Kellen. Backdoor cut hits him for the strong layup by Carson.
Homewood a +1. 4:20 remaining.
Nice job by Batson cutting him off after Harden was beaten on the press. That's team defense right there.
Harden defending McLean. McLean, long jumper. Didn't go. Rebound. Cradled by
Basket by number 3, Carmelo
Burrow. And Burrow's with the offensive rebound and basket. Batson trying to go all the way. Oh, he was caught in between. I think he was trying to hit Kellen on a pass.
Yeah.
Turnover. And now we got a whistle.
Foul is called number
And a
5.
foul.
Josiah
That'll happen a lot of
Batson,
times. You
his
kind of have a
first
tough finish, kind of indecision,
Back into the
turn it
lineup for the
over, and then you
Patriots,
come back
number
with the
10,
foul
Daniel
60 feet from the hole.
Chet, do you think that, again, Batson was trying to find Kellen? Was that a
Also, number
pass?
I think that's what he's
23,
trying to do
Cam Foster,
there.
and number 11, Hayes DeCoudris.
He thought about shooting, and then you have that
Also back for
massive
Homewood, number
humanity,
3,
and then
David
you thought he
Walden.
had a window. But it's like you said earlier, you look like you have it, and then it closes quick.
The Tigers by 1. Plenty of time. 3:35.
Back into a zone.
Isaiah McLean. Remember this again. This is a good free throw shooting team, are the Tigers.
All right, we're matched up again, so we're going to come out and guard him since we're down 1.
Spears and Vincent on him. Back to Spears. Now he's got Vincent, ball on the floor. Kept alive. Walden couldn't get the steal. 2:15 remaining, ball on the floor. 2 Pats go for it. The Tigers wind up with it. Work it around to the perimeter, now back out. McLean at 2:30.
They've run a good minute off the clock here. We started in the zone, had to go man. They're being really patient right now. And like you said, they can be since they're a good free throw shooting team.
Screen coming up. McLean, pass out. 3, got it. Fuller.
What a shot by Fuller right there in a big money moment.
4-point lead. Not only did they kill so much clock, but they wind up getting 3. Under 2 minutes now. Carson for three. Step back, didn't go. Rebounded by Minor. .130 remaining. McClain double team, gets out of it.
We were slow to get that next pass. We were trying to protect the hole there. We tried to trap, just missed it. So we're going to go to fouling him here.
Yeah, you got to. 121 remaining.
Foul is called on number 3, David Walden, his third, team foul number 3.
Walden,
Checking in for Homewood, number
his
2,
third.
Vale, and number 12, Jace Martin.
Team third.
Shot on the floor taken by Homewood.
That was a huge
This will
shot
be
by
a
Fuller.
timeout.
I'm sorry?
That was a huge shot by
Yeah,
Fuller.
yeah, and
Really didn't expect him to do it.
Isaiah Hill has coached a really good game on the minor side of things. That's twice in this game that they have sat on the ball, took the air out of it, and wound up eventually with 3 points.
All right, Coach Garrison's probably drawing up. We'll probably have to go to a man scramble. We'll try to get a turnover. Possession arrow is in their favor. So we've got to start fouling. And like you said, I probably would go with Benefield just because you usually say foul your post player, put a little pressure, let this crowd get on them, and see if they can hit free throws. I can tell you who I wouldn't foul is Isaiah McClain. His stroke is nice, and he has just stepped to the line with ice water each time.
If I did this right, Coach, there's no guarantee of that. Minor has played with only 6 players tonight. They got to be getting gassed with 121 remaining. Minor by 4. McClain, long pass to the backcourt, winds up in the hands of Fuller. Fuller has hit 3 big threes. Double team on McClain.
Oh, bailout catch there
by Benefield.
Timeout on the floor taken by Minor.
Takes the timeout. And they've gotten the clock down to 67 seconds.
Correction, this will be a
That was a
30-second
nice trap. McClain got caught. He lobbed it and got bailed out by Benefield, running it down right at the
Full
baseline.
timeout taken by Minor.
That's one of those you hold your breath passes if you're the coach, and he was over there signaling timeout, help us.
Girls won earlier. Boys trying to get revenge, but down by 4 with 107 remaining.
I'm going to try to no-catch McClain. I don't want him with the ball in his hands. He's a good ball handler. He hits free throws. I know Fuller hit the big three-pointer. I'm going to put the pressure on him or Benefield to hit those free throws. That's really, it comes down to that. Will they hit them? And then we've got to get a great look fast with Caleb going to the hole, and either he takes it and scores 2 or kicks it out for a 3.
Patriots come out defensively. DeCoudris, Carson, Harden, Vale, and Vincent. Here comes the inbound pass, goes to the backcourt, stolen by Vincent, and a wide open Carson for the layup. Homewood down by 2.
They got cute. They threw it 50 feet back to the backcourt, and Vincent wanted it more and took it away.
43-41. 101 remaining. Homewood needs to do that again. Lob into the corner. Double team on Spears. Back to Spears. 52 seconds. Homewood went for the foul. Harden took an elbow. No call. Game a keep away, and then finally a foul as DeCoudris
Foul is called on number 11.
will foul Spears.
His first team foul.
You were looking for the offensive foul.
And that's a Freudian slip by me because I've had my nose broken 3 times. You've never looked at me, but it's on the side of my face, and I took a basketball elbow, and man, they're lucky that
Checking
wasn't
in
an
for
offensive
Homewood,
foul.
number 3, David Walden. And
Obviously, again, at a higher level, you got replay, you got challenges and all that, and that would have been an offensive foul. It wasn't, so you got to play it out. Tied up at 40. Yeah, 41. There you go. Okay, I didn't think so. 41 for Homewood, 43 for Minor. Minor in possession.
Yeah, because it was a 4-point game, and then they turned it over.
2-2.
But again, I don't want McLean on the free throw line, and we'll just have to take our chances with the other guys if we have to foul.
Fuller doing the inbounding to McLean. McLean finds a lane. Layup is good.
Basket by number 2, Isaiah McLean.
Athletic finish.
Yeah, went for the trap and split it.
Homewood calls the timeout.
Timeout on the floor taken by Homewood. This will be a full timeout.
34.2. We'll keep it here. I'd rather talk strategy here. I want to ask, as typically the broadcaster would, do you need the 3 right now?
No, I'm going to take it hard to the rack, see if Caleb, because they don't want to foul either, but they do have a foul to give. So I'm going to ask Caleb. I would probably go 1-4 flat, or you draw up a ball screen and then roll. And I would ball screen with Jace Harden so that he's the guy pick and pop. And that's the 3 you want, where Caleb drives. If he doesn't get downhill, he kicks it right back out to Jace Harden.
My theory is that it's 2 possessions. The worst thing you can do is take a contested 3. Anything after that, if it's an open 3, that's fine. If you can get Carson to drive and shoot and score, you might be able to get him fouled.
Malik's Cook we used to have when we were semifinalists. We would go flat and then cross our guards, drive, Malik would score or kick it to the corner for the 3.
Vincent gives up the dribble. They'll go to Carson, one-on-one move. Spin, shot in.
Exactly what I wanted right there. Caleb to the hole or kick it out, and he got the bucket.
20 seconds remaining, now 18-7. We get a foul. Vale fouls McLean, and again, we're blinded in the left corner.
2, Drew Vale, his 3rd. Team foul number 5.
Well, simple math again. You hope it's no better than 1 for 2. 2 for 2 puts you right back where you were.
2 for Minor, number 2, Isaiah McLean.
18.7. First of 2 is in.
The friendly shooters roll right there. It's awesome to see to our right all the Edgewood and the different Shades Cahaba, Hall Kent basketball players cheering.
Off, and Homewood's got a shot. A 3-pointer would tie it. Vale's going in for 2. Bucket, 1-point lead. 10 seconds. 9, 7.
At least 3 seconds ran off the clock.
Elijah Garrison checking in with the official. 6.7 seconds. Lob double team foul as Carson will foul. And he got Spears.
Foul is called on number 1, Caleb Carson.
That was smart by Minor, because the clock continues to run in the high school game after the bucket, whereas in college, the clock stops. And they were acting like they couldn't get the ball, and it got caught up in the, that's where when you make that layup, you got to hand it right to them.
10.
We lost about 3 seconds on the clock there.
2 for the Tigers.
Homewood will still come out of this with a chance to get a tie, and 6 seconds is a lot. First of 2.
Really loud in here, CB. He just felt the pressure right there.
Spears makes it a 2-point lead. Timeout
on the floor taken by
Minor.
This will be a full timeout.
Referees warning our younger kids. They went there and started pulling their, showing some belly right there to make them miss. All right, CB, what are you calling here? You've seen more. You've seen more.
Well, I got to ask because I'm not positive of the rules. Can you move the ball? Where is Homewood going to get the ball? Underneath.
We'll get it underneath and we'll be able to run it.
You know, 6 seconds is a long time with the speed of Walden, the speed of Carson. I'm playing for the tie. I'm not going to worry about an outside shot. I'm going to have one of those guys go downhill. And be honest with you, if I'm minor, I might foul the guy before the shot and hope that he doesn't make more free throws.
Coach Bloom, I like it. You're great calling basketball, and you're going to be a great coach. I was going to reverse it because usually you're always asking, but I'm telling you, for them, I think double team Carson and force us to do something else. But yeah, I would foul and make sure that not a shooter and foul them somewhere. Let 2 or 3 seconds run off the clock. I think that's the call here. I'm telling my guys to foul them. You got one foul to give.
Carson sets up near midcourt, far side. Big pass here. DeKudris has it. There is time. Carson to the rack with 4 seconds. Contact, he shoots. He ties the game. No foul. And we're going overtime.
That's an excellent no call.
Minor wanted the offensive foul.
You got to let him finish this in an overtime. It's been too good a game. You can't let it come over an official's decision there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good job, Coach Garrison. It's a scary pass. DeKudris goes up, and then we get the angle pass, and he's able to get to the hole with the time we had.
Carson with points 21 and 22. Contact made. No whistle. And then it wound up an easy bank layup. 4 more minutes.
Look, overtime here tonight. I got here to Homewood.
What time? 7 o'clock in the morning?
7 a.m. I was walking my dog at 6:15.
You're on your basic 14-hour day.
And then we're going to, tonight, SoHo Social, one of our sponsors.
Oh, my.
We're going to go there after the game with the reunion. Officials coming over here said time and a half on this one for overtime for pay. I think they've been, the thing I like about them is they've been a non-factor.
The officials.
Yes.
A lot of pressure on that last call. And again, you work 31 minutes and about 54 seconds. And you would have hated to have let that decide. Harden wins the tap for Vail. And here come the Patriots. Recovered from an 11-point deficit. Back to Carson. And then back to Vail. Vail finishes. 2-point lead, Patriots. Hard to hear, hard to see.
That's a senior finish Vail just had.
And by the way, this crowd deserves a whole lot of credit for this comeback.
Yeah, they kept the energy, kept our guys in this game.
Homewood looking for a stop, leading by 2. Benefield offensively has not been a factor. Burrows has, and a traveling call on Burrows.
Nice call. He shuffled his feet. I thought the official was going to miss it, but he made the call. Patriot ball here, up by 2.
Approaching 3 minutes. It's not like Eli Garrison to take the air out of the ball. He likes to attack. Now in the hands of Carson. Vincent had a nice game. Carson, baseline. Harden. Vail.
Vincent and Vail have shown up tonight.
Yes.
We were waiting for somebody to come join Caleb, and they did the second half.
2.5. Carson spins. Gets off a circus shot. Too high, too far, too hard. And the Tigers come up with a rebound. Harden got back defensively, making sure it wasn't a leak out. Here's a three from the corner. It's off the rim, rebounded by Vail. Now 2 minutes remaining, first overtime. Patriots, Carson scores.
We got a run out there. Got the outlet pass to Carson. He was able to finish it up 4 here.
4-point lead, Patriots. A three from the wing, no good. Battle over the top. The bigger man won that time. That was Burrows. Snatched it from Vail. Inside move, no whistle. And then Benefield lays it in.
Number 13, Kenneth Benefield.
But he has only 6 points.
Timeout on the floor taken by Homewood.
Timeout by the Patriots. They have a 2-point lead with ball. 1:29 remaining as the top 2 teams in Area 9 are battling. Full timeout, but Coach will keep it here. Patriots key right here with the ball, with possession. You really just, you look for number 1. Look for Caleb Carson anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. You know, he's the one that's got to be the catalyst here. We've been able to get into plays without him.
I would go ahead, continue.
We've been able to get into a play, and then he catches it on the second touch from the wing and then attacks.
Yeah, he's been attacking that baseline that we're looking at, which from our vantage point would be the right side, his strong side. Now, I will tell you what could be an option too, and would be a dagger, is you draw 3 guys in, and then you look for Harden to can a 3 from the wing.
Yeah, and you have that luxury here, 129. And if Harden doesn't get it, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to come flying at him. He pump fakes.
And it goes back to Carson.
Yeah, goes back to Carson or takes it strong. So big things, we got to get the ball in here. Watch for the trap here.
First overtime. Vail guarded against by Fuller. Vail across midcourt. 1:20 remaining. First overtime. Vail to DeCoudris. Hit a big 3 in the 4th quarter. Back to Hayes. 1:07 remaining. Carson step back, falls down, keeps the ball alive. Vail will dribble against Fuller. DeCoudris. Harden with under a minute. 50 for Harden. Spin. Finds DeCoudris, who wasn't waiting for it, but he's had good position. Comes out to Carson. D'd up by Spears, who finally commits the foul.
Great job running. A lot of clock right there. Still up by 2 and still have 1 more foul until we're into the bonus.
I thought we would need a defibrillator after Carson fell down on his behind. But only a guy with his athleticism keeps that ball alive.
DeCoudris needed a defibrillator because Harden threw a bullet to him.
That's a good call. Caleb with 35 seconds. Blocking foul. And Minor is going bananas. Their fans and their bench.
Foul is on number 2.
It's across the gym. It's hard for us to see what really happened.
It's close. Their gym, you get that call their way.
Right.
Our gym, you're going to get it this way. He did not give him much room and was right under his feet.
2 big free throws for Caleb Carson. 24-point effort for the senior. This first one is huge. Nothing but net. Now that forces
checking in for Homewood, number 23,
a 3-point shot for the tie, but if he makes this one, then it's a 2-possession game.
Makes this one, I look for McClain to drive hard to the hole and try to get an easy 2.
Got it. 2-possession game. 26 for Carson. Foster applying some pressure. 30 seconds remaining. Lob. Missed the dunk. Big Benefield, but a foul on the alley-oop.
Foul on number 11, Hayes DeCoudris. That is his second. At the line, shooting 2.
Well, McClain did what I thought he would. He drove to the hole. We cut him off, and he just kind of lobbed it, half lob to Benefield.
First of 2. Benefield with
Checking
7.
back in for Homewood, number 12, Chase Harden.
He had 9 in the first meeting. 3-point lead for the Patriots. He's 1 out of 2. Rebound. DeCoutras had it knocked out of his hands. And a foul on Minor.
All right, DeCoutras is a 62% free throw shooter, so this will be the biggest free throws of the year for him.
Really only needs
The line
1.
shooting 2 for Homewood, number 11, Hayes DeCoutras.
Again, to make it a 2-possession game. Plenty of time left, 26 seconds. Need we say more? Absolutely perfect. It looked like a shot put. A 4-point lead in overtime for the Patriots. And DeCoutras misses the second. 54-50, Homewood. They slow things down. A foul called on Vincent.
Number 10, Daniel Vincent. That is his 3rd.
His 3rd.
At the line shooting 2 for the Tigers, number 2, Isaiah McLean.
Isaiah McLean will have 2 free throws. Picks up his 9th point. Averages 14, so Homewood has done a good job on McLean. He's got 2 here. That's his 10th point.
Timeout on the floor taken by Minor.
McLean had 16 in the first matchup.
You know, he's the guy that, makes it go because he's so aggressive on his drives. I hated to foul him kind of so far out when you have that lead. He goes there, ice water in his veins, knocks 2 down. 21.3 seconds left. We've got to get the ball inbounds. I'm sure we'll see full court man here, and I would go off the ball and try to put pressure, double team Caleb, and force somebody else to catch it.
We are in the first overtime. Homewood out in front by 2. The Tigers get on the court first.
It's fun having a game like this. You call a lot of college games and called all levels, but it's hard to beat Friday night lights, whether it's football, it's the purity of the game. Minor has a very good crowd. Their cheerleaders are here. It's just fun to see. This is the best of high school athletics and what it has to offer.
Great 6A Area 9 matchup. Carson will do the inbounding. We'll see if he gets the ball back. And a foul off ball. Fuller fouled there.
Foul is charged to number 0, Carlos Fuller, his 4th.
Really, that's not a bad thing to happen to them. You don't run any clock and you force us to have to hit 2 free throws here.
Good point.
Bale's a 74% free throw shooter.
2 would make it 2 possession again. 1 would force the Tigers to take a 3.
Checking back in for Homewood, number 23, Cam Foster.
If you're Vale, very simply take a very deep breath.
Yeah, that one's a little flat, kind of pushed a little bit. Deep breath, get your hand under it, get some arch, and just throw it through the net.
That's a free throw to make it a 3-point game. With 21 seconds left to go. You see how Homewood defends this. They're going to put pressure in the backcourt. A steal by Walden. Walden has it. And it's stolen back by Minor. They'll take a 3 for the tie. It comes off. And the rebound by DeCoutras with 8 seconds left to go. Hayes is fouled.
We double teamed McLean. He turned it over. Then they got it right back, pushed it up. They had a 3, missed it. And DeCoutras is there for the biggest rebound of his season.
At the line, shooting 2 for Homewood, number 11, Hayes DeCoutras.
Needs 1 out of 2 to make this, again, a 2-possession game. Now down to 8 3/10 of a second. He shot puts the first one in.
Like I said, it's nice to kind of jinx him with his free throw percentage, and he's throwing all the percentages out. But he's a money player. Football, how many times did he step up big for the Patriots? And he's doing it tonight for the basketball team.
One of the great comebacks this year for Homewood. 2 free throws. 8 seconds left to go. There is a foul. It's offensive on Minor, and that should ice it.
We were in token zone, full court, just to make him come up, and that big guard put his head down and ran him over. Great job taking the charge.
You notice Walden has been in for the last about 45 seconds because of his speed and his ability to handle the ball. They're going to let Carson end it, and Homewood comes from behind. Wins this one in overtime with the final 57-52. What a comeback by the Patriots. Now, before you go get Coach, let's get a couple of your thoughts.
You know, we were sitting there down by 11, and me and you were like, you know, we hadn't given up, but we sure didn't feel good. Kudos to the Patriots. Kudos to these fans. Look at the stands here. They gave us the energy, these kids. The kids kept believing, and it was a tremendous comeback by them to just keep playing. Possession after possession, never gave up. And this gives us a lot of confidence moving forward. We got to take care of Parker, J.O. on the road, and then get it to the coin flip. Because the Miners going to take care of their business. Enjoy calling this with you.
Yeah, very emotional win. It's about a third of the gym is on the floor. And we will talk with Coach Garrison. After a huge win, a comeback no less. Coach, I think I'm 2-0 with your pullover.
Oh, okay. You need to wear it every game then.
You should have given it to me before the season
yes,
started.
Sir.
Look, I don't want to make this any bigger than a playoff game. It's a regional game, but where does this stand in your 2 years in terms of single game victories and comebacks?
Yeah, I'm going to give you the same coach speak I gave you last Tuesday. Is, you know, we try to treat every game the same. And you know, it's hard to tell a 16-year-old kid that, and then with everything that happened tonight. So, yeah, it's up there, no doubt. I mean, with the way the playoffs go, like, you know, if we don't win tonight, there's no chance we host the area tournament. And so I told them all week we were treating every day like a Game 7, and we were going to go out there and give them our best punch. And I thought we gave you guys some fun basketball tonight. So
you were down by 11 in the third quarter. What was the key to turning this thing around?
Yeah, David Walton and Josiah Batson. And I mean, those two dudes, oh my goodness. You know, we talked again earlier in the week, we talked about Jason, Caleb get a lot of the publicity, and deservedly so. But those two dudes just helped us win this basketball game tonight. So we had a really good job from our bench, and it was amazing. So.
It took overtime, but eventually you got up to where your team typically scores, the high 50s, low 60s, averaging 62 coming in. But boy, it was a struggle to get there with a 6-point first quarter. Was it their defense, or were you just not knocking down shots? There's a little bit of both there.
I mean, look, we went 4 of 16 from 3 tonight, and we averaged right at 9 threes a game. And I think Caleb took one bad one, but the other 15, I think, were shots that we work on every day in practice. And so, you know, you hear the NBA guys say all the time, it's a make-or-miss league, and it is. It's a make-or-miss game. Like, again, I mean, like their stats tonight, they had 0 made 3 threes, 10 made 3 threes, 10 shoots 22% from 3 on the year, and he makes 3 threes.
Right.
So, you know, yeah, we got there eventually, and we didn't shoot it well, and they shot it well. So, yeah, whatever, we won. So.
Well, yeah, the final is, I know you're very, very pleased with this crowd.
Yes, sir.
Very enthusiastic, emotional. About a third of the gym is now packed with students,
Yes,
which
sir.
is what it's all about. Tell
Yes,
me
sir.
what the crowd meant to you and your boys tonight.
Yeah, you know, like Homewood's a special place, and Homewood supports Homewood, and I love working in this community and coaching at this place because of nights like this. I told our kids before the game that these opportunities are fleeting, just because this team only has so many more opportunities together, right? And so this is a memory. This is like the reason I do this is so that we create memories for those kids, and tonight we get a memory. So it was pretty awesome.
An 11-point deficit turned into an overtime win, 57-52. Coach Garrison, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt.
That will wrap things up from Homewood, where it's actually another doubleheader sweep. The girls, an exciting win over the minor girls, and then this one here, certainly the most emotional and tense white-knuckle battle here as the Patriots were down by 11 in the second half. They tie it with 6 seconds to go as Caleb Carson hits an uncontested layup. There was a little contact before that, but then after that, he was all alone. And then Homewood got off to a good start in overtime, and the Patriots seal a area victory. The final was 57-52. Homewood now 15 up and 7 down, and in the area 3-1. It's the first loss for the Tigers in area play, but when you look at head-to-head, they're both even now. Minor won at their place. Homewood takes care of business here. So for a very excited group of people here, you start with Rick Bagley, our athletic director, our director-producer, John Lunsford, my broadcast partner, Chet Walker, Coach Eli Garrison and his crew. This is Kurt Bloom, CB, saying may today be the best day of your life, but tomorrow be even better. Thanks for watching us on the Homewood Athletics YouTube page.